So this week's masterclass, and thank you so much for joining me. I literally came back from the 2026 Inca Soul Quest yesterday and straight in it to it this morning. And this is really, really important, this masterclass, according to Mr. School. When you compare yourself to others, you will create pain. Seems so simple, seems like, oh, yeah, I know that. But we're going to go into it deeper, especially related to the time of year that we're in while this is recorded, and also for 2026 energies, and also for the rest of your life, because it's something of duality. And so I welcome you, especially if you're early morning here in Australia at 6 a.m. or around the world, whatever time it is. And thank you, those that have joined me from around the world. So, one of the things that we do in this 3D paradigm is we compare. And comparison is like good and bad. It's like be a good and bad thing. Definitely a duality. So let's go to the good side of comparison. And when we compare, if I compare myself, not to anyone else, even though I'm in business and I've done one business course in my life that taught you to compare yourself to others and to achieve and to push and prove, that's fine. But you're actually going to create pain. If I compare myself, so I'm going to give you an example. If I compare myself to how I ate before going to Peru, to how I ate at Peru, if I do a comparison, what I'm doing is an observation, an insight, and connecting to what is working for me. That's what comparison really is. And it's only for us to do it with us, but not with judgment, not with criticism, not with harsh words. It's always kind mind. Always, always, always. But sometimes when we do a comparison to ourselves in 3D paradigm, we will say, oh my God, I should know and I shouldn't have done and blah. That just creates pain in itself. Then we've got comparison with others, which we're taught to do in this 3D paradigm of education and health. They're my two main passions in life. In the health system, we've got comparisons and we do need them to see that patient, while I was nursing, that patient got better with this. So then what happens is Western medicine makes a blanket answer and says, well, if they've got this condition, everybody gets this treatment. That's not how it works. In medical intuition, it's an individual story. What's happening for that person? Let's see what's going on. In the school system, we have comparison, blanket answer as well. And it's very tricky. I know some of you are school teachers, past or present, and I'm so grateful for what you offer as school teachers, especially having this wisdom of mystery school, that we're going to compare the children to these guidelines, these rules, and if they don't fit, they're not that good. They don't get the gold star or the A plus or 100% or whatever. It can create pain. Again, if it was individual, it'd be different. But the most important part of comparison is when you compare yourself to others. And I'm going to give you an example and I'll see if you guys relate. I know I've done this for myself and I was taught this from a child and continued as an adult until I went, my goodness me, why would I do that? Look at them. They're thinner than me. They look better than me. They're more attractive than me. They're smarter than me. They've got more than me. They've manifested better than me. Can you relate to any of those stories? And if you can, give yourself permission to go, kind mind, it's okay. Because that's what we're taught in this 3D paradigm is to compare. Oh, look at them. They've got, I haven't got, they've done, I didn't do. And especially use social media for marketing, education, and for uplifting. But sometimes what happens on social media is people scroll on their phone and they go scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh my God, look at that person. They've gone overseas and they've done that and they've got this house and they've got. And what that does this in your brain. It creates pain. It creates stress. It creates cortisol. High cortisol that makes you feel bad. The monkey mind thoughts. Stop. So I'm very selective when I go on social media and I don't look at certain algorithms and I'm like, I don't want to know. If I observe someone else doing well, I say to myself, amazing. That's fabulous. I celebrate, even if I don't know them, I celebrate them. If they're doing amazing, I'm doing amazing. Don't compare that they've been able to travel, do, get, have, buy, etc. I just go, it's me. It's just me. Because as above, so below, from within to without, we're all one. So if you guys are doing amazing, it is me. There's nothing to compare. Nothing. And then if you guys are doing amazing, I might reach out and say, hey, how'd you do that? Teach me how. Where'd you get that from? Can I learn? Do you like it? I'm going to give you an example. So, in my travels from Peru back to Australia, which was a very long journey, one of my gorgeous Mr. School students, I said, that bag, that backpack, why did you choose that? Why do you like it? Why don't you like it? I'm after a new backpack. And so I'm doing a comparison, but not as in she's better or less than. And as I'm looking at the LAX airport in America, I'm looking at everyone's backpack going, they've got pockets, I like that color, don't like that color, it's got handles. I'm looking to compare, but not from pain. My gorgeous client said, well, take a photo of the label. I bought it online and this is why I like it. Oh my God, that's the easiest way to shop. I believe it comes to me. And so when you compare yourself to others, you'll create pain because we're taught in this 3D paradigm, compare. You are not good enough because. Now that starts in the education system. And as I said, it's got nothing to do with teachers. It comes from way up the top of the government of every school in the world. Oh, this is the way to measure from the star child personality, which is different from the star ones. And it's all about comparison, good, right, wrong. It's very limbic, right, wrong way. This is how you have to interact. Makes so much pain in the 3D paradigm because ultimately, whatever you've got, it doesn't matter whether I've got it or not. Are you happy? And so in the school system, if you haven't done and you haven't got, you're not in with the click group. Oh my goodness me, look what they've got. Look at so-and-so, she's got a gold star. Look at so-and-so, he's done much better. The pain actually starts as we're a child. But whatever age or stage you're at right now, it's a new beginning. As I say on all of my overseas Mr. School events, Egypt, Mexico, Peru, wherever I go, I haven't started yet. What? But Jim, we just did 3 days of, and we went to, no, we haven't started yet. We haven't started yet. We haven't started yet because this is the moment. This is the moment right now of where are you? How are you feeling? There's nothing to compare. And this is really important as well, because if you are being compared, if somebody comes along and says to you, I'm going to use my name, well, Jean, and I have actually had this said to me, you're not really in business, even though I've been in a 6-page spread of the Qantas magazine, won business awards, spoken to 2,000 people on cruise ships, done a whole heap of things, about to write my 10th book, etc., etc. Well, you're not really in business compared to so-and-so who has, or you don't have this amount of following on social media, none of my business. Those that have done the Secret Coast to Success program, you know, success is what you tell yourself. Success is doing one thing. And that, why would I compare myself to somebody else? Why? Because we fall into the illusion on the 3D paradigm that they've got a better life, that they're doing better, or somebody says it to you, you can reply by saying, oh, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. Because is anyone doing better or less? And who cares? So long as I say to my sons, that you look after yourself, don't hurt others, and have fun, doesn't really matter. Because someone's always got a bigger or better thing if you perceive it that way. It's like years and years ago when I used to sell crystals and things, people would say, is the bigger one better compared to this little one? Do you know what? It's the same crystal. It doesn't matter if it's bigger or smaller. It's whatever you like. But just know, if you compare yourself to others, you are definitely going to create pain. And if somebody compares you and says you need to be, or you should have, or whatever, you don't have to play that pain game. That's their pain projected onto you. Compare yourself. Oh, what for? But as I said at the beginning, I compare myself of how did I eat here? What did I eat like? And those that done the Bite Me program, I have a Bite Me journal. I do it every day. I just didn't do it in Peru because I need to go minimalistic in all the things I took. But I started it straight away today. And I look at how am I going? How am I going? How am I going? What's going on for me? But if you're going to compare yourself to others, or they've got, and especially when people are trying to run events, get clients or in business, oh, that person's more better than I am. Oh, they've got 12 people at their event. I've only got two. Stop, 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 stop. What is the pain? It's in our mind. And I don't know where our mind is, but I'm putting it to my brain. It's our mind. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what you look like, what size you are, how your hair is, what clothes you have, what animal pet you have, what you did, what you didn't do. How do I know? Well, you see, when I was nursing and I'd look after the dying patients, which was such an honor and a gift, especially in palliative care, they didn't really go into comparison of, I didn't wear the right outfit to that event, or I only had two people follow me on social media. Nobody cares. Doesn't really matter. In the grand scheme of things, all we're doing is creating pain. If someone's a different size from you, who cares? Someone wears different outfit, who cares? Someone's got 75 houses and you've got one, who cares? If you've got a home, that's what matters. If you've got loving people around you that support you and you've got connection, that's what matters. If you make people feel great, that's what matters. But I can guarantee you, if you compare with yourself with others, 100% you're going to create pain in that mind. And you see, I have a saying, we've been gifted our mind, and our mind supports us, looks after us, connects with us. And what are you choosing to have your mind compare? Why are you falling for that illusion? As I said, it's a 3D paradigm here. You guys are learning the 13th dimensional paradigm, which is do that. What can you do if the mind starts to go crazy and goes, oh, look at them. They're better than me. Easy. Picture a stop sign. Stop sign. Stop. Or in the Bite Me program, I go, click your fingers. Okay. Oh, what? It's a distraction. You see, if that thought is not loving, is not yours to own from the Secret Coast to Success book, it's not yours. Where'd you get that thought from? In fact, none of our thoughts are our own on some level. And so you can choose to have that thought of, I'm going to compare. Or what you're saying is, I want to have pain. Yay. Now you know. But you didn't know before, but now you do know. Well, why do it? Oh my goodness me, make it really easy. Now, while I was in Peru, my tour guide was so gorgeous. He said, oh, the street signs that they have on the highways and things, they're optional. What? Not here in Australia. If it says slow down, go 30 kilometres, stop, beware of kangaroos, or we take notice. Peru, it's optional. And so what they do is they put speed humps in so that people have to go slow. Bring out a speed hump, speed hump. So this is like a sign. It is optional. If you want to compare yourself, that sign, you can do that and create pain. Or you can do the stop sign and go, stop comparing. Stop the comparison, because that's just going to create pain. And as I said, this is related to where we are in the month, which I'll explain in a moment, the year of 2026, which is the year of 13 in the Millennium Grid, which is the year of the genius. Get your life really sorted, physically, emotional, spiritually, now, ready for the next 13-year cycle. And it's a life tool for the rest of your life. So let's go to April. This is related to the Millennium calendar. April in Southern Hemisphere is all about being in your heart space. All about it. It's autumn. And autumn is a time to complete, come into your heart and go, oh, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. Before we go into a winter of new beginnings. For those in the Northern Hemisphere, April is, let's go into April is springtime. And in that spring, you're birthing and nurturing something new. You're going into practice a new way. And so practicing a new way, it's like practice that I'm not going to compare. And then when I go into summer, I'm going to harvest the most delicious, amazing things. So no matter whether you're northern or southern hemisphere, it's always exactly the same aligned. Always, always. And so when you compare yourself to others, you'll create pain. Is just a rule of, do you want to do that or not? Yeah, taught in this 3D paradigm, but we have a choice. Yeah, I'm going to commit. Wait, no, I'm not. See the stop sign. Just be able to go, no, stop. And this can be applied in any area of your life. If you're at work and you compare yourself that somebody else got a promotion and that you didn't, or the boss complimented them and not you, stop. Do you need their compliment? If you know you're doing a great job, nah, move on. It might be in business when you compare yourself of they might look like they're making more sales, they're more producing more, whatever. Stop. You don't know behind the scenes. And I know that to be true because in 20 odd years of doing medical intuitive sessions, what people portray on social media, and they've said it to me, what they portray, and then what they've said to me is not aligned. So don't compare. Do not compare. Maybe it's in the personal life of with friends and family. Maybe your sister, brother, uncle, nieces, nephews, whoever, cousins, whatever, seem to be doing it better. But some people have got a whole heap of materialistic things, not happy. Maybe you've got the most minimalistic things, like when we went to the Amazon. Oh my goodness me. We went to a village. They were so happy. They had nothing, nothing. They had a river, they had some chickens, they had the monkeys, all the nature and the plant medicine. Beautiful. Compare their life to mine. Well, I actually said, partly they got a better life than me. Simple. Keep it simple. So you can apply this to anywhere in your life. Maybe it's an outfit. Maybe you're going to an event. Doesn't really matter. It's the key thing is stop comparing yourself to other people. And if you're going to an event or you're meeting someone for the first time, or they're saying they've got more money or more, whatever, just like teenagers, whatever, you can say it to yourself too. But stop comparing yourself because it will create pain. That's it. It's so simple, so easy. And when you remember that, there's no pain in the mind whatsoever. Simple, simple. So what we're going to do now is love your sharing. Because in Mystery School, it wasn't just about me, it's about the group harmony. And I'm very blessed that you've all joined today. So I'm going to read out your name. And if you'd like to put your insight of what you got from today in the chat, just put a Y next to it first. So it's yes, Jean, read it out. Don't put it at the end because I'll read it and then I'll see the Y and go, oops, I wasn't meant to. Stays. But we're going to make any comparisons here. And then if you would like to say it, say what your golden heart moment insight was, or you can pass. But we all get to learn from what you have as well. So we'll go Lou, Maud, and Joy. And I just want to say thank you because we've got New Zealand, Sweden, Canada here, which is just extraordinary. I love the oneness of everyone. So if you guys would like to share, that would be amazing. And I don't know whether, Lou, you can unmute yourself, darling, or not. If not, you can pop it in the chat. And while we wait, we'll go to Maud and Joy.
Good evening from Sweden. What I know, I can speak from yesterday. I did go for extra hours work, and I work like a nurse. And when we finish the work, we have to do some report for next people who come to work. And my colleagues, they did go to change the clothes before the shift was ending. And I'm thinking that's not right. But I say, thinking, don't think about it. Think about yourself. And I did stay with my working clothes on and wait for finish the work. And after I did go to change my clothes. So that's it's that I don't want to compare me with them. I just fix my own business. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful example. Thank you so much, Maud. Let's go to Joy and welcome from Canada, Joy. It's so good to see you too, darling, and beautiful Maud.
You hear me?
Yes, I can, darling.
I guess mine is I've been I've been comparing myself to myself, and before I was sick and had to be out of my house for 2.5 months, and when I came back, I was so grateful because of all that comparing of, it wasn't good. And now my attitude, everything about me is so different. And now I'm loving my house.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it's great to see you, Joy. You look amazing. Really amazing. Thank you. Lou, darling, can you unmute yourself? We'll come back to you, Lou. We'll go Cherie, Andrew, and Leona. Oh, Lou's got a message. Thank you, Lou. Morning from New Zealand. Thank you, darling. Let's go Cherie, Andrew, and Leona.
Hi, Jean. Hi, all. Just what Joyce said about comparing to yourself. I don't compare with anybody else, but I realise I do compare myself. When I was this weight and here I'm a bit this, or what I'm doing that, or when I'm so I do compare. But I had never thought of that before ever in my life. But the comparison's okay. It's nothing major, but it's just something to be aware of now. Thank you. Thank you, Joy.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Andrew.
Yeah, good morning. I remember that when I do compare and with curiosity, I find it's a wonder, like, oh, I like how they do that. I wonder how I could possibly create something similar or use it as an inspiration rather than go, oh, they're better than me. And then as soon as I go, they're better, then I feel like I'm spiraling down, and feeling small and perceived of blockness because there's no other way that I can see, only their way. And why am I not like that? So it's a really good reminder to not do that and maybe be shifted to curiosity of how it could apply or something like that. Thank you.
Beautiful. And thank you for your forest walk. And it is curious, like I said about the backpacks, is totally different from, oh my God, they've got a better backpack. So beautiful, Andrew. And let's go, Leona.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I have been finding myself comparing myself to what I was like in February and being sad about it because I'm really busy at the moment. So being sad gives me the push to go, right, what am I doing differently? What works for me? What doesn't work for me? But when I'm in this state of being tired, exhausted, put all the labels on it, I get sucked into the ads and that on Facebook and whatever else, thinking, why do they have it and I don't? So I get sucked into that compare. And so it's just a reminder that because I'm not looking after me first, I start comparing myself to others and wondering why they have stuff. And therefore, you go down the other path when you have a choice to go down a different path.
Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, darling. And as some products that I have actually in the marketing world teach you that there's something wrong with you. Compare yourself to, don't you want to be like this? And it's a 3D paradigm. Very easy to go down the rabbit hole of that. So thank you. Let's go to Bonnie, Abby, Monique, and Marissa.
Good morning. My golden heart this morning is, just being aware of the state I'm in when it does come to comparison. In the past, I've often compared myself to others, and I think we all have put ourselves in pain. And I like the example you shared of the backpack. I find that I'm doing that a lot now, and looking at things that people have and that I might like to have, and just comparing, what do I want, and using that mode of comparison to support me in my own expansion. So yeah, great. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank you. Abby, I think it was. Go for it, Della. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I actually spiraled down with that yesterday, so it was really interesting. My friend ran one of her first workshops, and she was going to invite me to do it with her, but I really didn't want to because she's a very, very anxious person, and I didn't really feel aligned with it. So I went as like a paid person to it. And then another person was helping her, and I just couldn't help but think, why didn't she ask me to help her? And I just spiraled down and ended up with a huge headache and left a little bit early, like just slipped out because I just wasn't coping. I just couldn't sit there, and was thinking about it all afternoon. So yeah, that stop thing is really good for me. I really want to do that with my mind, because it's like I didn't even want to do it anyway. So why am I so upset by it?
Awesome. That's a beautiful example, Abby. That's just why I say all of us share. And it is our brain, the monkey mind. Oh, no, we've been gifted our mind. The monkey mind goes, how come? And that noise. So, Abby, that was a beautiful example.
Very strong. Thank you.
Beautiful. And you look lovely in yellow. Thank you, darling. Let's go to, can't remember if it was Monica or Marissa.
It's me, Jane. Can you hear me? Because I'm actually in the car.
Yes, we can. And thank you so much.
I heard a saying many years ago, comparison is the thief of joy, which I think when you compare to others, that is definitely the case. But I constantly compare to myself, which is sometimes a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. So thank you for this morning, Jean. It was a good reminder.
Beautiful. Thank you, darling. Comparison is the thief of time. I like that. It is. It's like all that with it on in our brain. Imagine all that time instead of us, like Abby's example, talking about blah, blah, blah in our head. Imagine if we just went to something else. Beautiful, Monique. Thank you. And Marissa, can you unmute yourself and share, darling? Or type a message or not, either or.
Yeah, no, I've really just loved the compare, because I also don't compare myself to other people, so didn't really see how much it affected me until we've had everyone talking about the comparing to self, and I'm always saying I've got to be better and being quite hard on myself, and seeing now that that's really a comparison, and that's probably the one I need to work on.
Yeah, beautiful, Marissa. Beautiful, beautiful. And one of the things I share in Mystery School is we never, ever have to work on ourselves, ever. Because what that's doing is we're saying there's something wrong with us, which is a 3D paradigm. Now that we're conscious of something, such as, I didn't compare to them, but I compared myself and I was not kind mind, it's like, okay, now I've got it. Comparison will create pain. Okay, stop sign, or sing a song, or bite me, click your fingers, or whatever tools or techniques you've got. But if we're kind mind to ourselves, it's the magic. And as I say in Millennium Calendar, it comes to me like the backpack. Checking out all the backpacks at the LAX airport in the US while I'm waiting to board, and it's like, wait, what? Yeah, it's exciting and curious and fun. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back next week. Thank you for joining me because I just came back from Peru. For those that did the Peru Inca Quest, Thank you. Rest, rejuvenate. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Bye, guys.